Sawasdee ka. There's always plenty happening around the island, and we do a short program once a week looking back at the weekend that was, as well as events coming up.
They put the burger eating contest sort of in the middle of the b-boying, and then they got some of the b-boys to take part in the burger eating contest. So they've been jumping around for hours, then they start scarfing chicken burgers. I think it was there to maximise the potential for messiness.
You can see this week's event guide by going to thephuketnews.com and clicking TV, or just like us on our Facebook page, and you can see all the latest programs anytime you want. I'm Kirsty Meyer.
This is News Today.
Phuket finally has a real 3G cell phone service after years of bureaucratic wrangling. Thai phone network AIS started its commercial 3G service this week in Phuket and 18 other provinces, and rival networks TrueMove and DTAC say they're about to do the same. The better bandwidth from the 3G phone networks promises users better voice clarity and faster internet access. A restricted 3G phone service has been available for about a year for many of the Thai networks after they became frustrated by the lengthy auctioning process for 3G licenses in Thailand. Modern smartphones already support the new fast network, but new users may need to change their SIM card and payment plan. The cheapest 3G plan on the new AIS 3G network is 299 baht. A sea walking operation on a coral island near Phuket has damaged a vast area of coral to make pathways for underwater tourists. Officials have inspected the sea walking site on the island of Go Khai Ngai, about 10 kilometres east of Phuket town, and they've removed handrails placed on the seafloor by the company. The officials say the firm has damaged more than 800 pieces of coral, and they're preparing an investigation that could lead to charges. It's hoped that efforts by volunteer divers could move much of the damaged coral back into place, where some of it may be able to regrow. A planned one-stop immigration and customs service for yachts visiting Chalong Bay is still far beyond the horizon. More than 40 yacht berths along Chalong Pier earmarked for the new service are now being used by speedboat tours, and officials admit their proposed service for checking yacht passengers and cargo is still far from ready. The idea is for officials from the immigration, customs and marine officials to be based together near the pier, and for all yachts visiting the island to stop there first. But officials point out that many large yachts cannot fit into the existing berths, and that Chalong Bay is already dangerously busy for boats. Most yachts that come to Phuket now go to private marinas and then send declaration documents to the immigration and customs departments. British pensioners living in Thailand and other countries have stepped up their campaign to unfreeze their payments. Under the existing rules, a British pension is frozen at the rate it stood when a pensioner left the UK, which for some is as long as 40 years ago. But the pension rate for people inside the UK is raised each year to account for changes in the cost of living. Campaigners have written to the British Prime Minister calling the restrictions inequitable, immoral and unfair. And the UK is also looking at stopping the pensions it pays to the foreign spouses of British pensioners. The government claims that a rise in internet romances has led to an increasing number of British men going overseas to marry foreign women who may outlive them and continue to receive payments. And that's putting strain on the pension system. A new law is proposed to close what the government calls as a loophole in the system, but opponents have slammed the plan. Now a look at what you've been saying about the news. From yesterday, the story about the loan shark and accomplices caught by police. This viewer said, lock them up and throw away the key. Police Major Rungsak, these guys ruin people's lives and deserve to be locked up indefinitely. And our story about the setting up of so-called tourist courts to sort out holiday scams and rip-offs. Upina One was not optimistic. They said, this will never, ever come to fruition. And last Friday, we held the Class Act Media's second birthday. The owners of Phuket News TV, Live 89.5 and the Phuket News. But one avid reader was a bit miffed about being left off the invitation list. A Go Home said, pity we weren't all invited. The readers and viewers contribute as well, you know. You'll probably get my invite next year. It was a good night, and thank you to all the sponsors that made the night such a success. We'll have more news today tomorrow, and thanks for joining us.